How's it going? I am Bijal Patel with Launch, and today what I want to talk to you about is, are you worthy of having an upscale brand? So this is a completely different topic. You won't hear this being talked about elsewhere. Most people are obsessed with talking about branding and logos and fonts and la 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 la, and that helping you appear different than you are. This question is completely reverse. It's, do you feel that you're ready to be upscaled to the level of a brand that you can imagine, but you're not quite sure that you can fit the shoes of? So this is really interesting. It's a different type of issue that happens to most of our clients who are at steady, I would say 50K months, 100K months. Beyond that, those are the people who end up having this struggle. And it gets hidden in different ways because it is more comfortable to sit with where you're at and almost shrink yourself down. So I'll give you an example of this. When I've achieved a new milestone, when I have bought a trinket that I love because I enjoy nice things and I work for those things, I am not actually one that's quick to post on it. I'm actually not even quick to take it out of the box or even try it on. It's like this lag period between when I get something I'm excited about and when I can open it and fully realize, hey, this is mine. I earned it. I deserve it. And more importantly, I'm worthy of what this is. And it's really interesting because you think that, hey, when I get to making 100K months, let's say, for example, I'm just going to feel so great. Of course, I'm worthy because I've made that amount of money, etc. And then it suddenly flips into a different direction of, wow, this is a lot. Did I really earn all of this? Will people really think that I'm showboating or that I'm being douchey if I'm out there living my life the way that I've crafted it to be and the way that I enjoy it to be? And this is where the branding piece really comes into play. So what branding is, like Jeff Bezos from Amazon famously said, branding is actually what people say about you and your brand and your business when you're not in the room. Not what you craft. You can help craft what it says, what the visuals are, what the message are, all of those things, but you don't actually get to dictate to the world how they see you. So this is where that branding piece comes into play. So if you're in a state where money is coming to you, it's attracted to you, you're obviously really good at what you do, right? Like, you're excellent at what you do, and you worked really hard to get there. You probably didn't grow up rich. I know I didn't. So a little bit of background, like, we grew up middle class, maybe even a little bit lower middle class. We lived in apartments for most of my life. We went to all public schools. We had the asbestos. We had all that stuff. And so new money and entering into this frame is really different than having old money and legacy money. Now, this is the most important thing, is most entrepreneurs, especially in this online world that we're in, this digital entrepreneurs, you see people soaring, they also came from nothing. They usually typically didn't come from much, didn't have trust fund money passed down to them, maybe didn't even have parents who went to college or didn't have a corporate job. Like, we didn't have the network to have the net worth. We weren't in those type of circles, right? Our circles were, going to public school. Most people were on reduced lunches, right? Or you were bringing your own lunch home from home, which I know I was. And so then we step in and we're into our businesses and we've created this thing and we've learned to create value, working through all of those different things. And then it comes down to, how do I want to be portrayed? And a part of us shrinks up a little bit, wants to not be in the limelight, wants to not claim all those things that got us to where we are. Hey, Jan, how's it going? Thanks for joining live. And that's the opposite of what creates inspiration and an aspirational life for other people. So, one of the things I've learned through this experience of becoming really successful online and being excited about that is knowing that humble flexing, which is like a hashtag I've made up, is really important. So, even if you're somebody who considers yourself humble, the reason humble flexing on what is your lifestyle, what have you created for yourself, what did you work hard to do, what did you work smart to do, what's your family life like, all of these kind of things, it inspires other people, it motivates other people, and it gets more people into your circuit so that you can have the actual impact that you want to have in the world. And when you stop and you take the time to reflect and get real, is my branding up to par with how I view myself and the results that I get to my clients? And if it's not, and you're kind of making excuses, I don't really need this, oh, I think it's superficial, I don't know what my clients would think, I don't want them to think that I'm all flashy and this and that and the other thing. And what I mean by that, having an upscale brand doesn't have to scream expensive. Upscale does not equal luxury. Your clientele may not be a luxury buyer, but the thing at the end of the day is you want to portray that you are upscaled, you are above, you are the premier and premium choice when somebody's in your market. When somebody wants the thing that you offer, that you're excellent at delivering, you want to send the message really clearly with the branding, which includes, by the way, visuals, which include logo and fonts, etc. But beyond that, it includes the messaging. What is the words this brand uses? What is their tone of voice? How can I expect them to show up? And then beyond that, the positioning is, are you a Nordstrom or are you a Walmart? They both sell clothes. So what's the difference? That's called positioning. So Nordstrom is very, very selective and has created this empire by putting themselves into that position. Whereas Walmart is very specifically put themselves at the bottom because they wanted to serve the masses. Now, here's an example that's going to make a ton of sense for you. If you're a big Target fan like I am, I mean, I'm an interior designer, brand designer at heart. I love design things. I love beautiful things. I love well-crafted things. And so I have a slant towards Target. And I wouldn't even step into a Walmart for like 5 years of my life. I wouldn't even step in. I'd be like, I don't want anything from here. And over time, though, I've noticed that Walmart realized that Target was stepping in on their positioning by saying, we're Walmart, but we're just upscaled from them with better design. And Walmart noticed that people would pay more for Target things, for the Target experience, even down to the smell of the Target store. I ask you to check this out next time you're in a Target. Tell me if you can smell the difference. It really does. It smells like a Target. So yeah, they've crafted that. That's all a part of their branding. They want you to embody who Target is. So Walmart was like, we're going to step up our design too. And they did. They actually have like some really good stuff now that you would consider buying from Walmart, which if you looked at it 10, 15 years ago, there was no competition. Walmart's where you went for cheap, affordable things, but they were practical, but not attractive at all, not design worthy, not something you're proud to display. Target was the opposite. Same thing could be said about Apple and Microsoft. Like 10, 15 years ago, all Microsoft products looked horrible, and then out came Apple with all of these beautiful, modernized, really exciting form meets function things. And then Microsoft had to step back and say, we are literally losing our market share because apparently we're all left-brained engineers and people still love beauty. They love design. They love creativity. Like, remember this, beauty is a human need. So from the dawn of time, and look at the pyramids, right? Like from the dawn of time, humans have a need to be around and to create beautiful things. That will never go away. That will always be there. That's a staple. That's not a trend. And so when companies find that opportunity to be able to blend these things together, they notice that their attraction goes up. So when their attraction goes up, this creates a lot of optionality for you. Do you want to change your avatar? Do you want to up level that avatar? Do you want to be seen differently in your market? You might even want to appeal more to masses with a different offer. So you might take on like a different offer and want to use the messaging and positioning a little bit different for that, where you still have a back end that's very premium. So the point of all of this is if you take the time and know you deserve to have that upscale brand, you then can create optionality for yourself, both in your life and business. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it was informative. I'm going to be going live on my launch business page much more often now. Our team is growing, our clients are growing, and I'm also growing. And I'm excited to be here as the CEO and continue to push forward on motivating and inspiring and aspiring more people to have an upscale brand. If you watch this later, hashtag me with a replay. Let me know what your biggest takeaway from this is. And if you are an entrepreneur who is building a world-class business, you are growing, you already have some revenue under your belt, but you want to scale, you want to enjoy a fulfilled life, click the button to join our free group. It's called Launch Your Fulfilled Life. I have it spelled hashtag LYFE, but there should be a button below. Take care. Bye.